Hi, I'm Eric Leonardi, and I am part of Group 1, and for our project, I will be working with Donna, Nicholas, and Joseph. So our topic focuses on nutrition in public schools, specifically looking at the Dearborn School District. My qualifications include being an athlete all my life and having to look at my nutrition and how I feel my body to be able to keep up with the competition. I have worked with a nutrition coach for many years also and have taken nutrition classes, gone to nutrition camps. I've helped other people with their nutrition. I have also done extensive personal research on topics with animals, how they're treated, the FDA regulations, ingredients in our food, how we should be eating compared to how people eat, and various topics of the nutrition. Then I've also attended a Dearborn school, and I currently have a sibling in one of the public schools, and I see how they eat, and it's not the best. So the objectives of this project include reviewing the nutritional value in school meals and snacks. For example, what's in the vending machines, what they serve at lunch, breakfast options, just anything that's in the school itself. And then we will compare the Michigan guidelines to other states. And we assume that those guidelines will stay pretty similar because everything is regulated under the FDA in the United States. So to further this research, we will compare the food guidelines in the United States to those of other countries. And what we hope to accomplish with this report is informing parents and students in schools of the poor nutritional value that's in the food, and we hope to encourage more options that offer more nutritional value and better healthy options for our students. And Donna will be speaking more on that, so I will pass it off to her.
Hello, this is Dana Abu-Kalbain, and I'm a junior at Wayne State University, currently majoring in computer science. And the reason I believe to be qualified to choose such topic is not only the fact that I went to a public school in Dearborn, but also because I've researched very similar ideas in previous classes where we would discuss the ingredients and the nutritional components in modern foods and the manipulation in advertisements, especially when it comes to packaged products. Also, athletics and being healthy have been a part of my life ever since I remember. This gives me enough background to propose a solution to put some health regulations regarding the snacks and beverages provided in Dearborn public schools and raise the awareness on such matters, or at least have a wider range of options that include healthy foods. It is important to acknowledge that while Michigan does pose a few regulations on meal plans provided in schools, as Erica mentioned, it still does not offer any for the snacks and beverages found in vending machines and many other places on campuses. Not only do schools in the United States mostly serve meals that lack valuable nutrition, but the snacks that seem to be available to all students really make matters worse. The reason we should be more concerned about this is because most of students rarely have time to sit down and have a proper meal, especially when they spend lunch breaks studying or doing extracurricular activities, and also the fact that they have such short breaks between their classes, meaning that the majority of students get food from school stores or vending machines to eat it on the go or in their classes. This significantly leads into insufficient nourishment and a starting point to obesity and many other health problems for children. I have personally always found it hard to remain on a consistent healthy diet when all the options I found were processed foods that contained little to no nutrition, valuable nutrition, and the amounts of sugar and saturated fats found in these snacks is absolutely terrifying. And I hate knowing that I'm stuck consuming these foods because it's all I see in front of me. And a lot of times I do not have enough time to go buy a meal or get my own from home. And also it is worth mentioning that schools can easily spend money on getting a vending machine that offers much better and healthier alternatives. something like a fresh fruit vending machine, maybe. Both the United States Department of Agriculture and the Michigan Department of Education offer very minimal concern and restrictions on snacks and beverages, but that still does not mean that Dearborn Public Schools should not do something about it on their campuses. And the fact that Dearborn Public Schools are probably the most diverse districts in Michigan, and yet we still have very limited fooding options, most of which are unhealthy, really baffles me. I believe that we should all be aware of this matter because it is easy to fall into the trap of constantly snacking and ignoring the ingredients and the kind of nourishment these foods offer us. And it's just much easier to not have to think or worry about it. And now I'm going to leave you with my classmate Joseph to discuss the difference between meal plans offered in Dearborn Public Schools and other districts in Michigan.
Hello, my name is Joseph David. I'm a mechanical engineering student here at Wayne State University, and my qualifications to speak about the nutritional value of public school meals is that I've taken a nutrition course which taught me what the most important vitamins, minerals, carbohydrates, and proteins are needed for growth and health. And I've also have experience in public schools by attending them like most students. Our team will be splitting this proposal into four major parts: the nutritional value of school meals, the nutritional value of available school snacks, and a comparison of guidelines and regulations for the meals and snacks. Now, Erica will be handling the nutritional value of school meals. She will be looking at what students eat on a daily basis at lunch, and most students who are on meal plans have to eat these lunches and don't have um, any other choices other than bringing a meal from home, which might be a better choice in the long run. Dana will be looking at the nutritional value of available school snacks and looking at vending machines and the school store, which doesn't actually have to follow any kind of regulations. They can bring in whatever they want. And from my experience, those types of foods, they're not the healthiest. They're mainly Subway or some sort of greasy food or snack like Taco Bell. I will be looking at the comparison of the regulations and guidelines in other states and possibly other countries for the school meals. And Nick will be doing the same thing for the available school snacks as well. My specific role in the team is going to be looking into the laws and regulations set by the Department of Education and the Department of Health and Safety, which dictate whether a school can purchase a certain type of meal. And I'm also going to be looking into the other states and finding out their laws, their regulations, and how they set their guidelines and their nutritional value of their school meals in their districts. And we're also going to be looking into other countries and seeing how they determine and how they implement their regulations for their school meals.
Hi there, my name is Nick Burton, and I'm a computer science student at Wayne State. And the reason I am qualified to talk about the nutritional values in both school meals and school snacks in public schools is because I've taken nutrition classes both in high school and in college. And what these classes have taught me is that each nutritional substance plays a vital role in the body's daily functions as well as growth, and this is especially prominent with young children. And I also feel I'm qualified to talk about this because of my personal experience back in my public school days. Often, school lunches would involve things that may even be proper nutritional value, but children were allowed to substitute the things that would be of greater nutritional value for things from the snack cart, where they would not be nearly as nutritious. Moving on, I want to talk about team communication, team accountability, and then the schedule of the project. So for our communication, we've primarily been using WhatsApp, which is a mobile messaging app. We additionally have each other's phone number if we can't get a hold of each other on WhatsApp. And what we do is we use WhatsApp to communicate with each other, to organize a time where we can all get on the computer or our phones, to get on Skype, which is a actual talking application where we can talk to each other in real time. And this helps us organize what exactly we want to do for the project. And for team accountability, we have instituted a rule where we'll have predetermined deadlines for everything, such as for this part of the project. We asked that everybody have their video sent to me by 5 p.m. on the 9th so I could put the videos together. So that's an example of our predetermined deadline before the actual deadline. And then the schedule of the project, we are going to pretty strictly follow the schedule on the Canvas website. What we plan on doing is for every group part of the project, we're going to message each other on WhatsApp, the text messaging application, and we're going to find a time around a week before the due date of the final project part to get on Skype and communicate with each other what needs to be done and who needs to do what. And then we'll set a before deadline for us to compile everything together and do proofreading. Now, my specific part for the project will be comparing Michigan guidelines to other states' guidelines revolving around snacks in public schools, and specifically we're going to be talking about Dearborn Public Schools in Michigan, and possibly also investigating the difference in guidelines and regulations between Michigan's snack food regulations and other countries. In conclusion, Erica has talked about that we want to accomplish increasing the overall nutritional value of meals and snacks in public schools in Michigan. And Dana has talked about why it is important to resolve, and that is because children are not necessarily aware of how important their nutrition is, and or they're not even aware of the nutritional needs that they have. And Joe has talked about exactly how we are dividing the work among the teammates, and I have talked more about the organization of the project as a whole. Please let us know if there are any questions about our project. Thank you.